you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Start.
Jones for Change General has a restaurant, bookstore, and then it also sells grocery.
Are they one business or are they 3 separate businesses?
There are 3 separate businesses.
3 separate entities?
Yeah. No, it's one entity, but they fall under.
That's fine.
Yes.
I think that was the wrong answer. Wasn't the answer you were looking for?
That's not the answer that I got yesterday.
Yeah.
So I'm worried.
Okay.
Kuthiwa ngonyaka ka-2016 uyodinga ukuthi ke ukhokhe imali ebalelwa lapha ku-25,000 rand ngonyaka uma ngabe ufuna ukufunda i-bachelor's degree. With rising costs for tuition, students are faced with even more exorbitant stationery costs and living expenses. Along came uJones. Insizwa lena ke enesu elihlukile. Phela ke isu laka Jones lona ke lithi ke ama students anama Edu-loan credits yena ke ubanikeza ithuba lokuthi bangazithengela izincwadi baphinde futhi bathenge nezinye ke izinto ke abazidingayo ke ukuze bathuthukise izimpilo zabo njengama student. Today we travel down to Turfloop in Limpopo to speak to a young charismatic entrepreneur, Jones Maleka, about his unique business model.
My student because ke ba bantši and so kra ba fihlile ba ka reka stoko se ka mokana ga sona.
We also spend time in his home village of Sileteng to learn about his early childhood and passion for helping people. Later, he comes to our studio to unpack growth plans for his business with Pepsi.
If you carry on in this way, both of them will shut down. So you have to make some hard decisions. What are you going to do?
My name is Jones Maleka, the founder of Jones for Change General. We have 2 stores, restaurant, supermarket, and bookstore. Bookstore, we sell academic stores. And then the unique thing about our business is that the students who are using bursaries and NSFAS, they can come and swipe in our stores. And then credit cards from banks are also accepted. Cash as well is accepted.
Namhlanje ngisenyuvesi yaseTurfloop kula khona ngizohlangana nensizwe esizobe sixoxisana nayo. Phela ke lo somabhizinisi wethu udayisa icloser futhi aphinda adayise i-stationery to ama student. Into engifuna ukuyazi ukuthi ibhizinisi lakhe linomehluko okangakanani futhi nokuthi lisiza kanjani umphakathi wale ndawo. Ake sixoxisane naye.
Rona
man. Abuti kutlo ba rona le convenience store. Convenience store ya hao e sebetsa jwang? Ke eng?
Okay. Ke na le restaurant and then so like mo ke dirile branch yo bedi. Ke rekisha grocery and then le dibuka. Ke rekisha ma students. Especially target market ya ka ke bana ba go ba sponsor ke di bazari le NSFAS.
So abuti Jones. So idea ya usimula business ya hao uitozeka because it's very unique.
Idea like really ke tsena mo campus ga ba ntse ba ya ka dikhatija di bazari ba reka mo di cafeteria and then so ka bala idea orna ga botse go ka tla go gore ke create these machines gore ke khone go krea go ba le business unique.
Yeah, and that.
Yeah, and then I got research and then so ka romela all my details and then by approve. Hey bro.
Hey, how's it?
Hi, great.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. We will order your book J2 last week. We are going to check out today. Order J2 job business. We will one accounting.
Okay. So Lina ke ma?
Chero.
Okay, let me check it.
Oh. So.
Okay. O package 350 and then so yeah. 750.
Yeah, and then you get a calculator.
Okay, sure, my brother.
Get business, management, J2, le accounting.
All right. All right. So that's it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have to deduct 750.
Yeah.
The remaining. Yeah.
So the Kenya karata. And I swipe
yeah. Then 750. Your pin.
Abuti. The services are more high, did you?
The service is really good because this man sometimes will understand that when such a administrator the Edu-loan cards since we've been buying all along whatever and administrator
yeah.
So
okay. Sure. Yeah. And then this one is like
okay.
Okay, thanks man.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I actually found out about this store online on Facebook, and then apparently it turns out that the prices there are a bit lower than the supermarket Edu-loan, and it's a bit effective because Edu-loan. The difference is that Edu-loan is a bit convenient because I don't need to carry cash around.
Kubona ntse o rekisa hona mona dibuka le dienge ka metšhini ena e mebedi. Ke bona ke di credit fela go a swipewa.
Yeah.
Tšhelete ha o e fumana neng?
Like maybe this week ke kira next week Friday. So but the challenge is gore my student because ke ba bantši and so kra ba fihlile ba ka reka stock se ka mokana ga so. So ga ba se reka sontse ke emele ntwelang the following week or ke kire tšhelete and then ga ba etla ba go tša go le empty. So like about this advantage benya ka motho e leng gore o na le stock se se ina for gore ka tla gona go provide di clients ka mokana ga jo.
That metšhini e separate a ka be ke di company A1 or ke wetsahala.
Yeah, ke company A1 like because my student ga ba fa tšhelete go na le tšhelete ya dibuka ye ba ba fa yona and then go ba le ya dijo. So ke different pockets. So I don't know student a ka reka dijo ka tšhelete ya dibuka. So immediately ke shumisha motšhini ya go ga tšhelete yang ya dibuka.
Okay.
A ke shumisha ya go ga yang ya dijo. Mo a sa gale ke fihlile and why dire lo go fund and then ka reka dilo tšedi mo gore ke gone go tswela pele ka business. Ke create mebereko ke mo huto ya.
We gave him a grant of just over 49,000 through young people like Jones who are able to address the triple evils that are facing South Africa, those of unemployment, poverty and inequality. Through funding him, we've been able to create 2 more jobs because through the grant funding of NYDA, Jones has now been able to employ 2 more people and an additional temporary employee who assists from time to time.
Fita mo ke be ke berekela ka mothefo then ka ta ka go checka a re banya ka batho then ya ba gone ke bereka okay ge ke le mo ke bona go le shapo ka gore ke gona go bala ke a sapa ke ngwala matric ka June
ko shopong ho etsala
ko shopong like ke restaurant ya mo e leng gore ma student ba tla ba ja gona and then go sana something or go introduce ya gore batho ba gone go reka online ba shumisha cell phone transaction
hey why explain that man
yeah.
So Abuchos, what's the difference between Ela and shop besides or Ela container?
Like ye ke mo ke thomile one in 2013. Ke mo ile gore ke le ka dira feasibility study, ka check a location and then ka bona gore plek go dula ma students fela. Like for example ka mmarago gona le ma student a 40 ba dulang and then ka kwa ke 200. Ko re plek ke ma students fela so the custom check and then it's all my student this side because in your area and then since come campus on le ntlo rest if you
ile ha le Edu-loan se molutse jwang
ntwe ke dirileng go gore sale ka ba romela di business details tsaka in 2012 and then so ka ba romela le gore like company ya ka bereka le departments ya government reference ka mkana ga tsona le gore my company is bringing back to the community me leng gore ke encourage my students ke ba donate like check and then ba like top 5 learners ba dira matric and then gore ba gone go kry tšhelete so as a result ba bona like ke party e leng gore I'm contributing back to the community. And then like us no draba for the contract so ya be lore ke thoma this business and then ke rana ka yo.
He always dreamed about becoming a business tycoon.
Ke motho e leng gore wa rata go rekisa a ba rekisa le di-airtime ba di rekisa.
Boshiwe re fele ke airtime e re tlo re founela yena o romela airtime.
From the onset, Jones knew he didn't want to work for someone else. Kwathi kusuka lapho wadayisa izinto. Wathatha nezithombe zabantu eselaphayana ke high school. Lokho kuphela kwakumsiza ukuthi akwazi uqokelela amasenti lapha eceleni. We travel back to his village. Uxoxisana nabantu abamazi kabanzi ukuze futhi basitshele nangemvelaphi yalensizwe nokuthi uthando lwakhe lwamabhizinisi luqhamuka kuphi.
Jones ke kopana le ena ko kerekeng e sa le ngwana wa Sunday school.
Ka go o no re ga thoma go gola a re ke nyaka go swana le malome wa ke mothelong gore ke mothelo re tsena kereke.
Ikore like malome wa ka like nele a good example and then mo gonna e be ke go gola le ka mo ga be ke ba botsa ke re no ke nyaka go swana le malome because na le prayerful.
Ka malome a wantse a rapella batho ke ra fetsa maikisha malome a go ka mokgwelong gore ba rapela ka gona.
Ke bela ge tšhomo ga mphatlhele maijane and then so ka dira 1 gana mo le 2 and then ke grade a fetsa ka tsamaya ka seleteng ke ga ge šomo e leng gore batswadi ba ka ba gona and then mola ka dira grade 4, 5 until grade 7 and then ka tla ka boa gape gore ke tle ke hlokomele ka mo gae because e be go sena motho like mo ke be ke gola lentswe la le ragolo ga ba sa phela and then so ba tla ba hlokofala and then wa shala nna le ngwana mane re le 2 fela and then ke hlokometse ka mo gae ke suela ke dira mbereko ka mokana ga yona.
O ile ga thoma a tlhalefanyana mola bo age ya 8-9 a thoma o ya kerekeng.
A rata ditshebeletso ditirelo ka fela tsona tša Sunday school fihlela a gola and then a promotiwa go ba ka youth department and then ka go youth department le gona ke mo leng go tšwelela talente ya gagwe haholo ya go rera lentswe la Modimo.
Lentswe la Modimo le re ruta gore as the children of God we should speak positive words because your tomorrow will be determined ke mantšu a wa bolelang le gone.
Jones ga le ka classeng e be le motho le reng o rata go bala dibuka so ya go jela gore le nna ke motho le reng ke rata go bala dibuka so ke ntho le reng it kept our friendship because we na le common goal ya gore no we want to pass and re phela re dreama ka life ya varsity or re fele jare ya university.
Ka tsamaya o tsamaya le batho ba e leng gore ba kena kereke ene ba le ba kereke le ga tsamaile le bosigo gore modisha gore ka goso o ile kerekeng.
Kereke e be re meeta go ACO mo e le goreng many different schools from different denominations they were meeting mo e le goreng Jones na preacher the word of God o dikolo tše different.
ke motho wa ba le faith ntho a inyaka wa idira and wa ihwetsa ke nagana gore mo ona le rena re ithuta tse dintšhi ka yena
ke motho e le goreng he's determined. He always dreamed about becoming a business tycoon.
Ge be ke sa le sekolong primary be ke motho e leng gore ke rata go rekisha from grade 4 ka ya Tauphuti High School, and then le gona ka thoma business ya go rekisha di-airtime ke kgatha dinepe le di-starter pack gana mo gore ke make sure gore a ke ya sekolong ke be le pocket money ke be independent.
bošiwe re feletse ka airtime e re tseba re founela yena o romela airtime
Ka nako tse dingwe ge a ntse a le busy ka dikgwebo tse tsa gagwe tsa mo sekolong o na le bana ba bangwe mohlomongwe ga a ba tšea dinepe go tšele gore no they end up not paying a go tšele gore o feletša a keepa di-photo tša bona.
And then we lo ra bankolota sa nya kumpatela be ke fala ke no mmotse le ga a thabile mare ke a mmotsa gore o tsebe gore wa nkolota monna ke sa inyaka
kore ba sa cause chaos gone gore no go feletša go ba le ntwa gare ga batho kore be le motho e le goreng o rata peace.
And then nako tse dingwe ke gone gore maybe like ka le ka gare ga batho so ke no go approacha ga botse ka re monagane o dira bua o nyaka gore bale ke thome go botsa batho gore nako yana motho mohutama, and then ba ba le letshogo ba re no se kwa dira ka mogo ke tla go patela because nka se ketimišane le bona. In this life lentso la modimo ke lona e leng gore le thuša motho gore a kgone go atlega bophelo, so ke pele ba go lona le gore ke be successful is because of studying the word of God. A le go botša le re se sepela ka go bona, don't know by sight but by faith. Ke ntho e leng gore ke be ke dira a kere ke nyaka selo ke a se appelane ke a declare ke a bolela gore I will get it, and then ke ntho ene ke e hwetše.
Jones for Change General Trade and Supply bona ke banalento lene unique abayenzayo phela ke bona banikeza ama-student ithuba la ama-student anama Edu-loans ne-necessities ukuze bakwazi ukuthenga ezitolo zabo. Kodwa i-competition ke inkulu kababhekana nayo ephuma lapha kulezi zitolo lezi ezinkulu kakhulu esezimvimbayo uJones ukuthi angakwazi ukundlondlobalisa ibhizinisi lakhe. Njengamanje usestudio sethu xoxisana no-Pepsi bakhuluma ngama-challenges abhekana nawo futhi ke nama-opportunities akhona kule nkundla lena asebenza kuyona.
Today ke mo ke tlo bona Pepsi gore a nkopanya le di-mentor so that I can take my business to another level, and then I believe gore tomorrow ke tla ba ready for pitch ya tomorrow. I'm confident gore ke ya go meeta le yena.
Jones's business is designed to cater for students who are studying through student loans. These are people who usually don't have cash to pay for their daily expenses. It's a great idea. However, he's competing with multinational supermarkets that have a monopoly on prices and product. He's here to tell us how he's going to compete with these big players. Jones, tulafatse monna ho jwang?
Oh, wa loka ke rana Pepsi.
Wa loka.
Thank you.
Tulafatse monna.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome to Making Moves.
Thank you.
Okay, so una le business ene rekisang dibuka le supermarket, stationery and those kinds of things.
Yes.
How is it going?
Like yona it's a magabotse, so but ke na le challenge e leng gore if I don't have enough stock, and then the students ba tla ba tlo reka ba find out I want a stock because ba shumisha the credit card, I don't get cash at the same time.
Okay. NYDA you feel chelete o entseng ka yona mo?
Like NYDA chelete mo feeling yona gore ke would ship branch ka yona gore at least ke gone go ba le shop tse pedi.
Ke feng e tsang chelete mo ke container kapo ke supermarket slash stationery kapo ke restaurant?
E dirang chelete go ne ke restaurant because my student ba dirang ba ja every day.
So why don't you just focus more restauranting?
Restauranting ke a focus. The thing gore rent ya mala is very expensive.
You sound like little bit like you're all over the place. Supermarket, the stationery, it's one business. I get it's a container. And then restaurant is another business, more patalan rented thing. Which of these two businesses is working?
Okay.
Which of these two businesses is working?
Restaurant.
Restaurant is working. Okay. So how would you see or now banning? Restaurant
like o bona gana mo container be sonje ke butse restaurant, so taba gore restaurant go sonje ke be electricity, sa mathomo gore ke tle ke kgone go apeya go dia dilo tse ka mana ga tsona since ke sena electricity so swantse ke rekiše grocery and then ke be ke rekiše leng
how pay le restaurant thinking e bo rekisetsa nyong containing
like e e tlo ba taba e nngwe e leng gore I think a be ke sa nagane ka yona but ke bona ka re tlo ba ke gole ke distance the thing so
distance ya teng e kae
nobody like 81 and then we ka 83
so 1 kilometer
yeah I gonna be like 1 kilometer mara a sente le gore be ke nagana ka yona gore nka e dira ka pela kua ka isha kua a di ka fola like e tlo ba eng
a butlanyane wena monna go go ena hane tabena less than 1 kilometer apart ona le mtlakase mo kgonang wa beya dijo dia rekwa o ntse etsa tšhelete dijong mara ntse fosa tabe ya di supermarket le di stationery
so yes
does it make sense to you
yeah stationery but the reason can only contracts ke pedi
yeah but how na taba or na le contract ha isa wetse tšhelete o ka ba le di contracts 100 ha di sa wetse tšhelete
okay like ya di buka intrela tšhelete the thing or nka se cancel because
you wetse tšhelete
yona like I intrele tšhelete but ke taba ya gore a ke na le capital if ke na le capital ke tlo dira tšhelete
hoba no ka reka stock se
enough
yeah
ka rekiša
how much do you really need to reka stock sa dibuka
okay nka ndida santela sama 200,000
rand worth of book stock
I get a regular textbook and some of them like really expensive
so Jones I'm very frustrated with you because you've got two different opportunities nna e ke ratang ke e ya dibuka le supermarket
okay
the problem is you don't have capital for it so but you're hanging on in a restaurant it looks like a better short-term plan but you seem to be stuck so walk ala guy this week coming because if you carry on in this way both of them will shut down so you have to make some hard decisions what are you going to do
one will like gore ke kopana le business people ba long gore ke present a business idea ya ka go bona gore ba invest in my business and then go ba le business people ba long gore some they understand and then ba gona go nthusha and then ba mfale aba ya mentorship because ba bangwe ba tlile ba re no like we want shares ka gara company ya gago because of these contracts tse o nang le tsona so a ke checka go tšela gore tšhelete ya gona like they just want to take advantage of ntwelang ya gore a ke na le tšhelete mo
yeah I mean I know you own 100% of this much and utlo argue aka 20% of something bigger does that make sense
because one the thing ke nyaka gore business ke grow pele before nka ta consider ta ba re shares
what I'm saying to you right now is if you don't change something something fundamental and drastic in 6 months in 8 months in 9 months you won't have a business left I think your solution in the short term is to cook at the restaurant, deliver to the container, so you're selling food in 2 places, save every single cent to buy more book stock and build that side of the business without having to hold stock in one place. Okay. From a failed business venture, Jones has managed to bounce back with his supermarket/stationery store on a university campus concept. However, he'll need to find something special in order to compete with the bigger supermarkets. Now he's going for a one-on-one coaching session to get some ideas on how he can move his business forward.
Okay, interview ya ka Pepsi like it's a mail ga botse. E ge be ke lebella mo TV like be ke tshoga ke re gane hey le nna ke tla be ke le ka gara ga mathata batho ba bang ka gara ga ona but o bile so friendly mo gonna and then a gona go mpontsha mo eno gore I have to improve mo business gore e gona go tswela pele and then so I believe gore ke sa go kopana le mentor like ke tla ba developed and then ka go dira some of decisions tse lengwe kwa business nyaka gore ke ishe to another level. because I don't have enough funds to buy more stock. But when it comes to loss, it only affects me.
I'm not understanding, my friend. Please help me understand.
Jones is tapping into the tertiary market. Phela yena ufuna ukusiza i-student eziningi bese ke avule nezinye izitolo. But there are obstacles that threaten his growth plans. We would like to see his stores expand. Hence, we have set him up with a business coach.
My name is Lucas Moloi. I am the founder of the organization called the Junto Group. The Junto Group itself was founded in about 2004, and we've been evolving around the years in that. I'm very involved with entrepreneurship in the country. As the organization also, the business is really built on the model of improving entrepreneurship in the country. And so when an entrepreneur has got a business and that, it is very difficult for them to secure a board. What we do, we then come in as the VOGA advisory board and we become advisory board to them. People don't do business with companies. People do businesses with other people. Innovation, innovation, innovation. If the organization is not innovative, then it is busy dying. That is one element that I need to see in every organization that I deal with. So, Jones, at the moment, what advertise a business here, how do you?
I advertise more Facebook, and then I distribute the flyers.
Yeah, so campusing around that.
Because most students were more social media.
Yeah. What are your overheads?
I'm spending approximately 11 to 12,000.
11 to 12,000.
Yes.
If you are spending 11 to 12,000, how do you arrive at 200,000? I'm worried about Jones' understanding of numbers in his business. How tall is 200,000? Does it mean hore extend to another campus or 200,000 DA for site A1?
No, like in the invest too much more the business and then really well established, and then I will consider going to other universities.
I don't see a problem with having both these businesses that join together, but he needs to stop treating them as two separate businesses and start treating them as one business that has got two product offerings. Olafua 49,000 tiki NYDA.
Yes.
What did you do ka 49,000?
Okay, curriculum laptop like spendile 7,000.
Yeah.
And then go fridge 10,000.
Yeah.
And then go printer 5,000, and then the remaining kareka stationery and then the grocer.
The laptop and the printer for me are not critical things for business here. And spending that amount of money on the two of them worries me. It's going to worry also the investor in the business. How do you spend the money in that business? What is important to spend money in that business? You're making 10,000 and you go and want to borrow 200,000. How are you gonna pay 200,000? And that, so those are the things that he would need to go and understand. I'm worried about his understanding of the numbers, and that is going to be a biggest stumbling block for him in this business. Students allocate a budget a year, right?
Yes, yes.
Now, why haven't you approached NSFAS or Edu-loan to be able to do that for you, that they pay you up front and then you order the books and give the books to the students?
No, like, come agree the payment like I never thought about negotiating what they have to pay me in advance.
You are a unique business.
Okay.
You should never be scared to ask. If you don't ask, you will never know what they think. The worst thing they can say is no. I need you to go back to them and say to them, look, this is what I would like to revise the model to. Can we do that? Because now you are battling with cash flow because you have to give stock, wait for 2 weeks and that to get things in and that.
Yes.
At the moment, you have your biggest focus has been on new books. The biggest market, yeah, the students, it's second-hand books. Why haven't you been buying second-hand books and selling second-hand books?
The thing I get about all more business, like the idea is sitting well. I did on, so you need or there are mentors.
Yeah.
But I experience.
Yeah.
So
that's the second task for you.
Yeah.
Request ka find out or na is it possible now because already we have agreed all the payments. So kita follow up one and then one or na abe dumela and then it will better more business.
So he came with a good idea, he spotted a good opportunity in that, but now he needs someone to come in and complement that, someone with a little bit of better business understanding, a bit of corporate governance in it, a bit of finance and that, marketing, and that will help him to then make this idea a reality. If you don't know the numbers of business, how you don't know that business. So go back, find the numbers, work on these numbers, know the numbers back and forth. How much have you made in this business? How much have you spent? What did you spend it on? If we increase a second store and a third one and a fourth one, what does it mean in terms of numbers? Because that's what investors want to hear. And tomorrow when you are standing in front of the judges and that's what they would be looking for. Okay. Is there investment opportunity?
Thanks so much.
Jones, good luck for your business. I like it. It's a great model and that, and keep it up, but don't be afraid to take a chance. Go and talk to these people.
Okay, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Making moves in a summer some mali over 50,000 rand to invest in a business. 11 young entrepreneurs will get a chance to showcase their businesses. Each entrepreneur will get an opportunity to pitch for this investment into their business. The judges will use their own discretion. We'll go through to a final episode where they will battle it out for a grand prize. We're making moves in Jalong of Somblugo 1:30. Emin, SABC 1 Msansi for sure. Abuti, pitch. How are you feeling?
No, I'm excited because the opportunity is what I've been waiting for.
Pepsi?
Yes.
Wabu happily about Lucas?
Yes.
Did you take anything from what they said, Koena, and was Amar Utlai incorporate and pitching?
Yeah, I want that information along what I get here, and then I've added to my presentation, so I'm ready to go and pitch it.
Yeah. Hopefully, and maybe going through to the next round, they are top 4. More pitcher for 50,000.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. All the best.
Jones, welcome back to Making Moves.
Fantastic,
Munna. Are you ready for your pitch?
Yes.
Okay, it'll offer 4 minutes for you to pitch to our panel, after which you're going to get questions from Lucas, Martin, and myself, and then we will tell you what your fate is going to be on Making Moves. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Start.
Jones for Change General has a restaurant, bookstore, and then it also sells grocery. Like we have 2 permanent contracts with Edu-loan to cater students who are sponsored by NSFAS and private bursaries. We also sell to general public. And then our vision is to be a leading food outlet and bookstore at the universities and colleges around South Africa. Our mission statement, to create employment opportunities for young people in South Africa, thus helping fight against poverty, to render splendid services to our clientele, that's making the business attracts new customers, to ensure The staff members of the company are well trained to work with technology, to employ our customers to have enough time to study by introducing cell phone transaction, to buy businesses close to universities and colleges in South Africa, to participate in social corporate responsibilities initiatives. Why do I need funding? I'm still building my business. I would like to purchase additional stock. It will help my business to grow. My goal for next year, I would like to start a new branch at the third gate of the University of Limpopo. My 2 branches will maintain the new one. Reason for the branch is that if the owner of the premises could not renew my contract or my lease agreement, so I would be stuck. So that's why I want to make many branches. After my business in Limpopo, after my business is established in Limpopo province, I will target other branches at the universities of South Africa outside Limpopo. Since I don't have electricity at the container, I would cook at the restaurant and deliver them to the container to be sold. I also sell convenient grocery. With 50,000, I would like to use 20,000 to buy stationery and then 24,000 to buy convenient grocery. And then with 6,000, I will use it to pay the landlord so that they can fix the issue of electricity inside the container. What is unique about my business? Like partnership with Edu-loan, it makes my business to make more sales. And then other thing are, I will be able to introduce cell phone transaction to the students. They can make payments in their rooms and then we will deliver from our stores because students, they do not have enough time to study. So it will be an advantage for them. Marketing strategy, we are marketing through Facebook, Twitter, and distribution of flyers. Marketing through participating in social corporate responsibility, like where we give back to the students who are coming from disadvantaged family, which will enhance a good name to the students. The challenge is that I have many customers, but I do not have enough stock. And other thing, if I have only one store and then the landlord just decide to chase me out of the building, I would be stuck. So my strategies, I'm branching to other places. I would buy old books and resell them. You find a student in a campus wants to sell a book to someone with a visit card, but he does not have a cash. So in terms of that, like I will make transaction for them and then I will pay the student later after I've received the money. I will take advantage of that when it comes to academic books. I will not have to have more books in my stores since I will be selling the students who are. To present my business to big corporates to develop my company under enterprise development. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. You used your time well, and I'm impressed with the fact that you listened to the feedback that you got from Lucas and myself yesterday. Martine, any questions?
I do. You've got a few avenues of business. Which business exactly are you pitching?
Like now, I'm pitching for the one that I'm selling for grocery.
So if you had to choose between one of those 2 businesses and you couldn't do both, which one would you choose?
If I had enough money, I would choose for the one of supermarket.
Don't be apologetic to the judges at this moment and that. When we spoke yesterday, what makes your business unique again, it's the fact that you are able to provide to the students the 3 phases of what they needed. And there was a plan to say, how does the restaurant also go with the books and that? And that's what you need to bring out to us, because that's what you are not bringing out. That is why you are getting questions of which one is important than the other. You are not demonstrating how these businesses gel together. Why are you sitting with 3 businesses at this stage? Are they one business or are they 3 separate businesses?
There are 3 separate businesses.
3 separate entities?
Yeah. No, it's one entity, but
okay.
They fall under.
That's fine?
Yes.
I think that was the wrong answer. Wasn't the answer you were looking for.
That's not the answer that I got yesterday.
Yeah.
So I'm worried.
Okay.
Where's your biggest revenue stream?
Currently, like I'm not making profit nor loss. I'm break even, like because I don't have enough funds to buy more stock. But when it comes to loss, it only affects me.
I'm not understanding, my friend. Please help me understand.
Like, okay, the money that I'm left with after I've paid all my expenses, 3,000 rand per month. And then I have to do marketing and expand business with that money.
All right, I think we've gotten as much as we're going to get out of you. Give us a few minutes. We're going to deliberate and then call you back. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thabile ke nagana gore ke phitšitše ka mokgwa e leng gore be ke preparile ka gona, so it tla ba up to the judges gore na ba tšea decision e feng.
I don't think he understands the scalability of this business himself.
Do you think pitch here Oyentseng was enough to convince the judges tsa rona gore you must go through to the next round, go top 4?
Yes, I think so, because I was well prepared and then I believe in my business, or I've pitched it very well. Yeah.
All right, guys, Jones for change. What do you think? Lucas, I was very confused. You spent some time with the guy.
Yesterday when we spoke was one business that offered 3 essential services to students.
Okay.
And this essential services was the books, so stationery, bookstore and that. The second one was the restaurant for convenience, students not wanting to cook, not being able to cook because of time, and the grocery stores, which was selling the essentials for students. Now, that was the business model when we spoke yesterday.
Abu Jones, do you think pitch here Oyentseng was enough to convince the judges tsa rona gore you must go through to the next round, go top 4?
Yes, I think so, because I was well prepared and then I believe in my business, or I've pitched it very well.
You know, I'm glad that some of the things are coming out to sit and say, buy old books from students and resell those books. That's one of the things that came out yesterday. But another thing was that at the restaurant, you can rent out these books at the restaurant. It attracts students to come and eat at the restaurant because the books are there, the books that they don't have, the books that they lost, the books that they didn't buy. So they're able to come to the restaurant and enjoy the benefit of using the books when they are at the restaurant. So that was another thing. The third thing was, with groceries and that, to go to this pick and pay program that they have for spaza shops and small shop owners and go and team up with them, because what they do is that they then give stock to the small businesses so that they can capacitate them, equip them under their enterprise development, and they're creating smaller pick and pays.
It's called the locals.
Yes, the locals and that.
No, the thing or like sunjuba check business or na understand or na why Kenya ka utila ka budgetary. And then so I think for baka kono idea or na why ka
I believe that with a little bit of time, with a bit of mentorship, with him understanding that this for me is a winning business.
For me, it makes absolute sense. Somebody needs to hold his hand, Lucas. I don't think he understands the scalability of this business himself, but he does understand the dynamic around the university and those types of stuff.
It began 4 minutes. There is no way long working. 5 minutes working.
The lease agreement thing, you know, first right of refusal. You always make sure that there's first right of refusal in your lease agreement. Those are things he needs to pay attention to.
Is there an entrepreneur worth investing in? I mean, the guy's got a good idea, but is there an entrepreneur there worth investing in?
I sat with him only for a short period of time yesterday, and today I'm looking at his presentation and that even if he found it difficult to really pitch it and articulate it, but I look at the presentation and I see someone that has taken into account what was brought to him yesterday. So it means to me he's teachable.
Cool, let's call him back in.
Another 4 minutes, you feel who pitch it how do the judges on banana if you are going through to the top 4 or not?
Okay.
All the best in touch.
Thank you.
Sure, Nicole.
Jones, welcome back.
Thank you.
How do you think you did on a scale of 1 to 10?
6.
6?
Yeah.
This guy think he did a 6. Do you think he did a 6?
Not a 6.
Not a 6.
Not a 6.
I think closer to a 4, frankly. Okay.
Okay.
So it wasn't the strongest of pitches. I think you're helped by the fact that you've got a very strong business. So very briefly, I'm going to give you some feedback in terms of ideas and thoughts on your business, and then you will receive tasks from each of us, which we think is going to be good for your business, right?
Thank you.
Okay, so your restaurant must be that environment that has got books, has got groceries, and has got cooked food, and the same environment can be replicated in your container. So have one thing. That's how this thing becomes one business, right?
All right.
I'd like to suggest that you look at employing students to work in your business. I think it keeps you in touch and within the pulse of the student body and connected to each of the universities that you're going to be working with. Okay, your tasks. I don't know, what do you want this guy to do?
You need a structured business plan. You need to understand what business you're in. It's not 3 businesses, it's one business that's serving 3 essential services. Find somebody that can hold your hand to do that, because that's going to be your working document.
And also with that, Jones, you're going to need someone who's going to mentor you properly. So those are the things that we feel that are very critical for you to do.
Okay, so it's been good. Thank you very much for coming on to the show. Martine, and what happens here?
Jones, we'll see you in the next round.
Thank you.
Well done. Congratulations.
Well done.
Thanks, Jones.
All the best.
Okay.
Ke thabile kudu like gore ke kgone go wina ka gara this one, and then ge ke tlo boya ke dire dilo tse bampoditšeng gore ke di dire gore ke tle ke kgone go wina. Ke nagana gore like mistake ko dirileng ke taba ya gore ba nagana gore ke na le business tse tharo, because Jones for change like it like different activities mo businessing.